happened. The topmost of all bhaktas at that time, Advaita Acharya, was drawn to that place of pure devotion. He brought many associates. And then, drawn irresistibly by the kirtan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on the edge of the kirtan. He had tears in his eyes as he listened to Mukunda, but he couldn't show because he still was not revealing that he was a bhakta. He was in the mood of a pandit. Mukunda kept on singing. Srimad Bhagavatam says, he felt hesitant to approach the Lord. The devotees had to really bring him, force him. Mahaprabhu smiled at him and said, Mukunda, there is no offense in you. Your bhakti is conquered. You believed when I said, after 10 million births, you will see me. And you felt ananda hearing this. Your faith and your bhakti is beyond compare. It is only by bhakti, and by nothing else, that I am conquered. Your body is made out of bhakti. You are my das. I live on your tongue. Mukunda heard these encouraging words of his Lord, but they did not sit well with him. It is a sign of an advanced devotee that as his prema, his love, his bhakti, let's stay with bhakti, increases, his humility also increases. It was not a fashionable thing like we sometimes say, oh Prabhu, I'm your servant and I steal your persona. That's what we think. What we say is, I'm your servant. Or, it's fashionable to adopt the externals of a culture without realizing the import. It's done in big movements. and so on. No! This was volcanic humility. A volcano is connected with the fire of the earth. It goes very deep. This humility was there. Mukunda said, I know only by bhakti you can be conquered, but I have no bhakti. This foul mouth of mine never asked for bhakti. See, the foulness of your mouth, you can't take that away by mouthwash. It's the language, it's the expression which is foul. It's the bhava, the feeling which is foul. We must ask and beg in a longing mood for bhakti. And then he started to pray. What's the use of me when I have no bhakti? Duryodhana saw Krishna, but he offended him because he had no bhakti in his heart, and his whole dynasty was punished. All these kings who arrived in Videha to witness the marriage of Rukmini had no bhakti when they saw you. And when you took Rukmini, they attacked you with lethal weapons with the intent to kill. And they saw you. There was no bhakti in their heart. Hiranyakashipu, and before him his brother Hiranyaksha, saw you this close, but they had no bhakti, and they despised you. Why did my mouth not rot away? Because I did not ask for bhakti. Simple people like Kuja, the hunchback of Mathura, saw you and gave everything to you, and you revealed yourself to them and visited themselves. The florist, simple garland maker, Sudama, had bhakti in their heart, his heart, and you visited his own home to accept his garlands. Kamsa also lived in the same town, but he had no bhakti. He was living in the town of Bhakti, Mathura, where you had appeared, but he had no bhakti. And when he saw you, he didn't feel pleasure rise in his heart. By the power of bhakti, everything is done. Ananta, whose millions of mouths chant your holy name, carries all the planets of the universe without any support, because he has bhakti. That is the foundation of his life. Impossible things become possible if someone has bhakti. You reveal yourself in all your glory if someone has bhakti. Veda Vyas, great scholar, had no bhakti before Narada Muni corrected him. He wrote the Vedas all for nothing without bhakti. It is bhakti by which you can be known. It is bhakti by which you reveal yourself. Without bhakti, everything is useless. his hands in the air. Oh, why did I not ask for your bhakti? My kirtans are without bhakti. They are dry, so dry. Without bhakti, this all does not work. Now Mahaprabhu was getting very upset. He said, stop this now. Stop this. The bhakti, he declared, bhakti of Mukunda is very dear to me. Wherever you sing Mukunda, that's where I am here. But what you have said is true. Now the Lord gives the secret. Without bhakti, everything is nishta. Nishta means nothing. Even when someone should be able to see me, his seeing is non-seeing without bhakti. So my dear devotees, this whole interchange between the Lord and his main kirtaniya, his main instrument. Haridas is there, is Namacharya, and Mukunda, that is the kirtan man. Haridas Thakur is the japa man. But that is wrong to say like this. That is very, that gets in the realm of offenses. Haridas Thakur is Namacharya, undisputed. And he also did kirtan. He sang and danced at the banks of the Ganga, and the ecstatic symptoms swarmed over his body like ants. And so on. But Mukunda Dada is the kirtan singer. Let us keep things clear. And this secret was just to inform all of us. Kirtan must be done with bhakti. So I will, feeling the Shatuarma somewhere in the atmosphere, no, not yet, but I feel it already. I will be a little fast now. You will have to now listen very attentively. Please, this will be important for your life. You might catch a key from the sacred texts which you are now hearing. Jiva Goswami informs us that the holy name can be chanted in two ways. Ordinarily, that means without bhakti, like we do, and with affection, or with bhakti. The ordinary chanting, if it is done without offenses, there's still no affection in the chanting, but it is done without the offenses, will bring you somewhere near to the Lord. And we don't want to get too complicated here, but the chanting with affection, even in a neophyte beginner, will bring you in close vicinity of the Lord. Like Prabhupada said, a congenial form of intimacy. Oh, nice. If it has done with this bhakti, with this affection. Now you will say, where do I get this bhakti from? How do I do this bhakti? I'm a bhakta here. This is what Krishna the bhakti. I'm ready. Give it to me. Suck it to me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm learning American English from Hari Prasad, and I hope I said it right, or maybe it is not linguistically okay, this last statement. I feel it is a little gross, but give it, I'm ready. My dear devotees, there is some feeling in your heart for Krishna. Connect with that, and your bhakti starts. some feeling, something little, but for Krishna. There is a shrug in this connection. Krishna Tomahanayani Pareka Para Maya Banda Hoite Krishna Tadikane Para. One is immediately freed from the clutches of Maya if he seriously and sincerely says, "My dear Lord Krishna, although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world, today I am surrendering unto you. I am your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in your service." Immediately there's a result. But you must connect with some devotional feeling inside. Can you also feel that you are separated from Krishna, or do you think, everything is okay, Maharaj, I'm pure Bhakta? After 40 years of practice, can you say you are full of bhakti, or do you feel you're ready to walk some more? What bhakti is there? This question amounts to saying, what life is in you? That bhakti can be gotten only if you beg for it. And it is done by the simple inner orientation. Please engage me in your service. It is this translation which is necessary. Jiva Goswami Bhakti Sandava says, when you chant, you must simultaneously be aware of the meaning of the mantra and to the mood of the mantra. Chanting is not the dance club. Chanting is not meeting my friends and having a good time and sweating. Chanting is not about spending time with your mind trying to conquer it in the land of the desert heart. Chanting is a sincere call of the awakening soul for its Lord to connect with. Mantrata Chintayam. Meditating about the meaning of the mantra is really like the key which unleashes the spark of bhakti in your heart and makes it grow and grow and grow. You only have the shadow name that means a semblance of the name as long as you don't chant with the sense of relationship. My dear devotees, imagine His Holiness Indra Maharaj runs low with the budget to facilitate this event, and he decides that the promised lunch will consist of pizza with caperis and Mediterranean olive oil spiced with lavender and rosemary. How does this sound? Good. But because there is not enough money, he only asked the cooks to prepare one pizza. Then he installs a light and a shadow of the pizza is visible. And with a very joyful smile, he invites you to eat your pizza feast. 1,600 people can touch a shadow. The shadow will be there. Even when the 1,600th person is gone, the shadow is still there. But you can't eat it. It doesn't nourish you. So yes, the shadow name can be there. But only the moment you chant with a sense of relationship that is calling out for Krishna, then something happens. And when you sit here, you're in a rare privilege. You can see all of you from the front. It's too small for everyone to experience this, but it's a great experience to see. Some of you are crying. I have personally witnessed, but Hari has witnessed, others have witnessed. Some of you are genuinely closing their eyes and they don't know what is happening to them. All of a sudden, something is there. The whispering of bhakti can be heard in the whispering hills. Whispering hills are here. Some hint is there. Something genuine has been given. Something which you will take with you when you leave this body and continue in your spiritual journey. Something valuable. So I request you at the end to say this. Repeat after me. My dear Lord Krishna, although I have forgotten you, yes, you have to go a little bit deeper. This hand was just from the lips. We want the heart here. Although I have forgotten you, for so many long years in the material world, today I am surrendering unto you. Really? Today I am surrendering unto you. I'm your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in your service. Hare Krishna, Hare I want to sincerely excuse myself for being a little bit over-dramatic. I thought it's the last day and it's not, you know. Please excuse me also for using sometimes unusual and maybe harsh language. It's just to get the point, to get your attention to the point. Hare Krishna. This is the devotee
message to Bhagavatam. Be careful not to do anything inappropriate, even though there's never any possibility. Okay, so the fortunate thing, many of us have a very short memory, so these classes have all been recorded, particularly this last one. Once you